I was born and it's a Muslim, right? But the way I was preached and taught about Islam, about Allah, was something that did not resonate with me. And so it took me a long time to find a way to truly connect to Allah in the way that was heart oriented, that was guided by the heart. But for that, I had to spend years and years and hours with my heart, getting to know what is in my heart and why is it so important to connect to Allah, not only through the mind or the rituals and what we've been told how to pray, right? Because prayer of that being who is limitless can be done in many, many forms, through dance, through music, through singing, through praise, through zikr, through everything, through salah, right? And through art. For me, art became a portal to get through to my own inner self. And the more I went inside, the more I was able to connect to Allah from my heart. And aksar rakat, I speak Urdu and English side by side, so I hope this makes sense to whoever's listening. But when we connect to Qur'an, I was taught that Qur'an needs to be understood, to be read, to be memorized, and to be understood, right? If you think about all of this, to be read is from your mouth, right? To be heard is from your ears. To be understood is your mind, right? All of these are in the top part of your body. What about the whole thing? Quran came to us for guidance and for healing. These are the two things that Quran does. Guidance for the mind, healing for the heart. So we've been walking around connecting to Quran, trying to understand it, right? Not feel it. The words of Quran are actually Him speaking to us. And if they're going to be just words that sort of just sit in our head and we memorize them, we'll only memorize them from our mouth, hear them from our ears, see them from our eyes, and understand them from our head, but be totally disconnected with the heart. So it's so important to get into your heart, open it, break it open, get to know what is inside your heart, what are your attachments, what distracts you, and then through that journey you start seeing how you can absorb the light of Quran and the names of Allah and the creation inwards in your light. And that's why it is light upon light. The art of ibadat became something that now that I do every Friday. I run these free sessions where women can come together and we connect to the ayat of Quran and the names of Allah and create artworks using the Islamic sacred geometry and geometry from Buddhism and different cultures that I have kind of had the experience of learning how to do art and express and connect to my own heart. That is what I teach people, is to have a skill to connect to Allah through your inner world. When you are able to understand your inside world, you are able to create a peaceful presence of your whole being, and that's where art comes into play. So I wrote this thing, it's been years, I can't even remember when I wrote it, but this paper came to me today, so I'm going to read it out to you, and with the hope and understanding that inshallah ta'ala it will give you some kind of clarity of why it's so important to connect to the Quran through the heart, right? The mission is not to understand just Quran. This is what happened, because I was told that that's what the mission is. I have to understand the Quran. I have to read the Quran. But there was no connection. I never felt connected to Quran, and I never felt that it did anything for me other than just like Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. They're just words. They don't sink in. That's not what Allah wants. Allah wants us to be in zikr of Him through our body, through our mind, through our soul. When he says be in zikr, be in presence, be here with me, pray to me, to connect to me, to reflect on my creation, all of this needs you to be connected in your heart. If you're just going to do it through your head, it's just a part of you that you are using. You're not using the whole computer that you know, the mechanism, the whole phone that you have. You're just using like one WhatsApp and that's it. There's no camera, there's no Instagram, there's no anything. I'm just giving an example. It's pretty silly, but I'm just making, you understand that if you are going to try and connect to the Quran just through your mind, yes, you will understand it. Yes, it will have its benefits. Yes, it will change your life. But oh my God, when you connect to Quran through your heart with art as the portal that takes you in your inner world, you open up this world in a way that you've never ever done, right? Art has a way to take you inside and disconnect you from the world, so you are able to fully be in the presence of your creator as you create. Your soul gets activated, your mind feels engaged, your heart feels heard. You literally come to life when you do it over and over and over again. And that's why I do it every Friday. Like I said, through Zoom. If you want to join in, write down art as ibadat in the comment section, or connect with me from my Instagram and YouTube or wherever you need to. These sessions are just for women, but if you do want to join in, if you're a male, if you're a guy and you want to join in and go on your spiritual journey with me, you can either book me for a one-to-one or go to my Patreon, and all these sessions are available. You see, we really now have no time. And so we really need to focus on Allah and Allah and Allah and Allah and only on Allah, right? And that you can do when you go through your heart. When you connect to your heart, you purify your heart, you bring it peace, you remind who it belongs to, and the only one that will give it peace is the remembrance of your Allah. And he says that, remember me and I will remember you. So come home to your heart. And there are billions of ways of getting through, and I'm sure that you will, but I would highly recommend joining one of the sessions to really find out what they can do for you. And they always come out at, you'll only come to the sessions when you're called by Allah. So these are sessions that are very sacred, so it's not for everybody, but it is for those who are ready to be with Him, to start preparing for their akhirat, who want to be ready with a heart that's filled with His love. Inshallah ta'ala. Now, the mission is not to understand just Quran. Understanding is all about the mind. You can learn the Quran, understand it, but when the heart is blocked, Quran won't sink in soul's heart. It will not sink in your soul, right? The soul has to be activated. It's already in the zikr, but it's disconnected from your body, from the actions that you do, because you always have been told to do something and feel even when you're feeling something else. So you're so disconnected with your feelings that you have to kind of bring it in alignment in that zikr, that what my heart has is what I am going to be thinking about. So most times we read the Quran, but we read it as a ritual or an obligation that I have to do this. Somebody's passed away, so I'm going to go and read a Quran, or things like that. But the way to read the Quran is not so that the world sees you reading Quran. It's the book sent to you by the one who loves you the most. It's like reading his love letters to you. So they're so sacred. They need to be given time. They need your attention. They need your intention, and they need your heart to be awakened. If you're gonna just read words like blah 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 blah, it's not gonna sink in. It's not gonna activate. It's not gonna purify you. It's just going to be words that wash over your body and they just fall like outside of you. It's not going to seep in you and become one so you can live these words. Now, how does Quran affect our heart? It completely shatters it. It completely shatters it. All your illusions, all your attachments need to be removed of this dunya. The creation was only created so you could be in awe of Allah, in remembrance of Allah, not be attached to the creation, but to see it as in a creation of Allah, not creation as this is what I worship kind of thing, right? That's an idol. So you have all the roles that you play, your mother, daughter, sister, brother, wife, husband, whatever roles you play. These are all roles given to you by Allah. But Allah comes beyond these roles. It's above these roles. Before you became a mother, you were a slave of Allah. Before you actually got married, you were in zikr of Allah, right? All of that sort of stuff. You have to kind of say, hang on, my husband comes first or Allah comes first? Allah comes first, right? When you think about your children, who comes first? Allah comes first or my children come first? Of course, Allah comes first, right? So they have to learn to wait. They have to not be overpowering you, needing time and stuff. When it's Allah time, it's Allah time. And they need to know that. You need to make those boundaries very, very clear. So how does the Quran affect your heart? It opens it and kills all the illusions, because Quran is light. It is water that comes from the sky. It sort of comes in you and has to purify your heart. So all your attachments in your heart, your children, your husband, your whatever, all the attachments, your career, your dreams, your desires, everything, the Quran comes and washes it. It cleans it. It purifies it, right? So Quran is something that really holds you. It's like I always think of it as a beautiful hug that's like always, always, always with me, right? So what effect does it have in our hearts? It allows the heart to be reminded of its true purpose, of being in worship of Allah and not attached to this dunya. How does it heal our hearts? What it does is it gives us, Quran never opens itself to anybody like boom, there you go, you have a platter, whole book in you. No, it goes bit by bit, slowly, like tablets. It kind of only goes in as much as you are able to receive that light, because we're so dark in ourselves. So our hearts are really dark and attached to different things. It will slowly seep in. And how it heals is that He makes you see through Quran, through the ayat, when you connect to them, He will slowly start making you see the creation for that what it is, so that you are able to see, like, this person can betray me, even if they're like your closest, bestest friend. They will deceive you and you'll be like, oh my God, why is this happening? It's happening because you're attached to them. And that's what Quran does. The way it heals is it removes everything and everyone from your heart that's not good for you, that brings in darkness, that is your attachment, that is what is distracting you from your Allah. So as you read Quran in your heart, you start removing people from your physical reality. This is how He heals you. Alhamdulillah. How can we get to know Allah's word? Not to understand it, but to be able to live it, connect to it, His creation, connect it to His light. Now we have to understand that Allah calls Himself, He's the light of the heavens and the earth, meaning He's the light that guides us up in the heavens, and He's the one who's going to guide us in this dunya. He's the one who is the light of the heavens, meaning He's the one who's holding our soul and helping our soul to be nourished through that light, and also our body to be nourished by His light. He's the one who's the nourisher, meaning the healer, and He's the one who's guiding us in our soul and in our body. When we really, really understand that He is light, the light that heals and guides us, heals our heart, guides our mind. What we're doing is we're really aligning ourselves to Sirat al-Mustaqim. We're saying He's the light, I'm the body, and my soul are all aligned in the zikr of Allah, and you become straight. Alif, right? One Allah, one you, Him, heart, one mind, everything is aligned. And what He's saying is that connect to light. Now what is light? As an artist, I see light as all the colors, all the creation, everything around me is light. For everything is guiding me, everything is a healer. You know, the plant, the animal, the friends, the relationship, everything is my healer, is my guide. So I'm not attached to the creation, but I recognize that the creation comes from the creator. So I'm not holding on to my friends or my family. Ooh, if they leave, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Not really. It's a face of Allah, Ya Wasi. I see them as a gift from Allah. I treasure them. I value them. But that's pretty much it. I am attached to remembering Him through these people. But these people are not what I want to be attached to. That's the practice we have to do, so that you don't get too merged or mingled and tangled with, you know, people in your life. So you keep them like, yes, thank you, I appreciate, but they are there for His remembrance. But then maybe you become too attached to them, and they will become toxic. And as they become toxic, you're meant to let go, right? Now we hold on, so we have to kind of say, no, hang on. Their purpose in my life was to remind me of who Allah was, but what I started doing was attaching myself to them. So Allah is removing them from my life by giving me an experience of pain to purify that relationship, and He will send me something better or someone else or whatever. Like, you shift yourself. But like I said, for me as an artist, light is colors. So light is creation. Light is everything that I see around me, right? Light is 7 colors. Colors are used by an artist. An artist is one who is always and always in awe of the creation. You see, because we create pieces, like we create a peacock, we create the sea, we create the ocean. For me, I always create grids, and I'm always connected to that kind of geometry and, you know, sacred geometry. And I'm going to start the flower geometry. If you want to join in, you can sort of check it out on my Instagram. As an artist works with light through colors, and colors, when infused with the soul, heal the heart. So when you're actually awakened to seeing the colors as light, you automatically start seeing as they come on the paper, and you start seeing that this is only and only happening because He is allowing the colors to be emerging in front of your eyes. He's the one giving your hands the grip to hold the pen or the brush or whatever. He's the one who's speaking to you through the colors as they come out in the paper. And it is such a magical journey when you think not of colors, but of colors that are of His light. Light comes down in colors. As an artist, we capture it on the sheet of paper and start seeing what He wants us to see, to create, to do, to be. And so that's the journey of art as ibadat. And that is what it helps you to do. It helps you to go within, see all the colors of light, connect to Him through those colors. And if this is something you want to join, I really invite you to come along to my free sessions, or you can book me for a one-to-one session also. I'm happy to guide you in your one-to-one journeys and create grids specifically for you. So it's quite it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to connect to the Creator and ground the unseen into the seen through the grids, through the colors, through the patterns, and express His beauty in all that you are and all that you become and all that you create. It is a beautiful journey, guys. And like I said, if my energy resonates with you and you feel like you want to, then please go ahead and go onto my Patreon. The sessions, some of them are actually completely free, and you can become a member for 7 days completely free, have access to all my sessions. And if it works for you, brilliant, support me there. If not, then, you know, just enjoy it for 7 days and see how that feels. But there's a world that is unseen to many, and through art, in the way that I teach you, you'll be able to connect to the unseen through your own self. You will become the healer. You will get the guidance from Allah directly. You'll open up all those blocked energies in you, and you will feel alive, and you will feel His presence in every single cell of your being. Every single molecule of your soul will be awakened to His presence, and you will automatically bloom. For he says, when you change your internal world, he will change the external world for you. That is his promise. So with Quran, when you truly understand it through art, through your heart, through the colors, through the patterns, through your own creativity, you connect to the Creator in the most magical of ways. And I can go on and on, but today's video was just about this, that we have been taught a certain way to connect to Quran, but it's time now to change that, because it's